do a quick garden tour, a very informal garden tour. I'm not going to talk about everything like I did in the last video, but if you are interested in stuff, I would go watch that one. I think it was pretty informative, even if it was almost an hour long. But my husband and I are leaving to go visit his family, and I gotta put my coffee down. And I feel like the garden is already changing a lot, so I wanted to record this so that way when we get back I can see exactly how much it changed. So here is an overview of the garden with my compost bins that I still have to clean. First thing, I took out one of the apple trees. It's sadly one of the Honeycrisp ones. It just was not doing anything, and it was really easy to pull out of the ground. I'm half debating pulling that one out because there's only new growth at the bottom, but it still is growth. And then this Honeycrisp is doing fine. So this is a Fuji that's a Honeycrisp, and it's doing fine. But if you look, we have artichoke, and I'm so excited. I think almost every single plant has them. So when you eat artichoke, you're eating the unbloomed flower, and if you wait too long, it'll bloom into this really purple or really pretty purple flower, which I won't be upset about, but I do want to try one. We're coming back in about like 5 days, and we will be back by the time that I post this. But yeah, I'm really curious to see what this will look like in just a few days. Over here, I think the biggest change is that the poppies have started blooming, and I planted a strawberry plant over there. Oh, actually, and I think this is watermelon, has started climbing up the trellis. Very exciting. Start climbing up the trellis. If you see like black stuff or brown stuff like this on the plants, I just fertilized the garden with chicken manure. So that's what that is. Those might bloom shortly. And that's what those poppies are looking like. It just rained, so it's not going to be like the, not all of them are going to be super pretty looking. That one's really nice. A lot of them look like wet paper towels. But yeah. And again, same change over here. These are the mother of pearl poppies. They didn't bloom in the last video, and I wasn't sure which variety that this is going to be, but these are the mother of pearl. Really pretty. I did take out some of the radishes over here, and they were delicious. And then something new over here is that I planted spaghetti squash. This is supposed to be the cucumber trellis, but I just don't see us needing like 2 things of cucumber. Ooh, I just saw we have a cucumber. That's a kind of a small plant for a cucumber, but okay. But yeah, we have spaghetti squash. I bought this from our local nursery, and looks like they're doing well. I am a little bit nervous about the squash vine borer, but we will just go with it. Now this cucumber has really been going, and that's how he's doing. I decided to prop him off the ground just in case the bugs try to eat him. We'll see if that works, but okay, it looks like 2 cucumbers growing. Exciting. Ooh, okay, new thing in this bed is that the onions are kind of starting to bulb up, which is exciting. They look scraggly. This is my first time growing onions, so I'm not exactly sure what to expect, but here's how the volunteers are doing. That's how that's doing. It's just pretty. I gotta weed everything. This bed's pretty bad. I went ahead and I pickled some peppers, and I do not need any more pickled peppers because I have 9, I think, pint-sized jars and 2 little ones. These are how the Calabrian peppers are going. I did want to pause here real quick and say hi to my grandma. So, ciao Nonna. I hope that you're doing well. I love you and I hope to visit you soon. And this is how the Calabrian peppers are doing. So either you can come to my house and we can eat them, or I'll come to you and I'll bring you some. But my dad was showing me a picture that my aunt took because my Nana stays with my aunt, and she was watching one of my videos. So anyways, Nana, I love you, and this one's for you. All right, picking up with the program. The tomatoes are, I mean, if I just step back, you can just see they're getting really bushy. One thing I need to do when I get back is trim the bottom leaves. But look at these tomatoes that are growing. There's a really nice cluster right here. There's some more little guys growing. And there's a bunch right here. There's some behind the leaves that are a little hard to see. But yeah, ooh, I just noticed another cucumber. Exciting. Anyway, so hopefully when we get back, we'll have some good ones. Okay, we did this update. These snapdragons are looking a little funky, but that's okay. All of the broccoli have gone to seed. I'm just letting it because I'm not ready to plant this area, and it'd be kind of cool if it created seeds. Sorry, I got like a bug in my face. It'd be cool if it created seeds for the next season, and I would like to maybe try the lieutenant broccoli when it's kind of established to the season. What was that just moved? You see that? Hang on, how do I zoom in? This thing, oops, moved right here. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna say it's a bug underneath it that moved. I planted a shishito pepper. I have seeds for it, but I never did it from seeds, so I figured if I planted it from the store, it was on sale. It was like $5 on sale, so even cheaper than that. So I was like, all right, whatever. If I try it now and I like it, then I know go ahead and plant those seeds. But if I don't like it, then I don't have to start those seeds. This is what a broccoli looks like when it is flowering. So you do technically eat all of the flowers. They're just immature. And I really like this broccoli. This is the Green Magic. So I am hoping that it'll establish itself for the fall garden, which will be planted shortly, I guess you could say. So yeah, hopefully the seeds develop and they start growing, and then we'll have some broccoli in the fall. Well, here's how this is doing. I can almost see little heads of cabbage, but they're gonna just be too small and they're not tight enough, and the bugs are going after it. So, oh, bumblebee. Thank you. That's so cute. Ooh, I hear another one. The coneflowers have bloomed and they're looking really pretty. Look at that. I love it. Love it. There's a whole bunch more blooms and some more. I do find it interesting that the red are the ones that are blooming first, because I know that there are, like, this one's gonna be pink, and I know that there's yellow and white, so that's kind of interesting. I don't know if that's just a coincidence or not. Anyways, here's how the beans over here are doing. They are finding the poles, they're grabbing onto them. So I'm expecting when I get back, these are gonna be a lot taller, and I just fertilized it. So hopefully that fertilizer helps things grow. Look at this side. It's all the way up here already. That's what I mean. Like, just give it a few days and those runners will take off. And there's a bunch of flowers. Again, these are the purple potted pole beans. This is the rattlesnake. So rattlesnake seems to be growing slower, but doesn't mean it's not. I mean, this side, this is rattlesnake. It's doing all right. It's up to here. There's one that's up to here. So that's how the beans on this side of the trellis are doing. I did go ahead and pull the garlic from over here, and I put that in olive oil to preserve it. Oh, I just noticed my foxglove. That's so pretty. Oh wow, that's a lot shorter than I thought. But anyways, these are the purple potted again on the other trellis. These are really established. Again, it's all the way right there. And you can see some green, oops, hang on. Maybe if I put my, you can see some green beans already. Kinda cool. Nothing new to report in this bed. Look how tall the trellis is. I picked this last night. I just I just froze 2 big gallon-sized bags full of peas. We still have leftovers to eat, and I'm still finding a whole bunch more the next day. So I might just let those dry out, and then they'll fall, and then they will plant themselves for me, and they'll be established to my area, which is the great thing about saving seeds. This is the zucchini rampicante, or zucchina rampicante. I did start this one from seeds. There's a bug trying to get into my eyeballs. And this one is doing really well. I did actually have to pull some of the sweet peas on this side. It's hard to tell with the water droplets, but there is some like white mildew looking stuff growing on them just from the humidity and the rain and heat and everything. So I removed them from this section, so that way this has the ability to grow up with some airflow, and then when we get home I'll pick whatever is left, unless it's too mature. Again, those will be seeds, and then I'll take everything else down. I just didn't want it to be bare, so I'm kind of like slowly giving it space. Over here are the carrots, and I have picked some. I think I grabbed a photo of that. They were delicious and multicolored, and it was pretty cool. And I think that's it for this side. I have not been doing anything with these. You can see the lettuce is bolted, but I really haven't been doing anything with the green stalks. So there's a phrase that's called the corn should be knee-high by the 4th of July. Again, it's mid-June, and my corn is already knee-high. It could just be because I'm short, but I also just think that they're pretty established and they like growing here. So I'm pretty happy about that. Just beyond the corn, I think the biggest change that you'll see is I made this low caterpillar tunnel, and I've finally planted something in this space. So all the spaces are planted out. Before we get there though, quick overview of the tomatoes. Again, you're gonna see the fertilizer on it because I just did it last night, and I'm gonna wait for the rain. That's gotta be a pink bumblebee, or actually maybe that's like a paste tomato. I don't know. Again, I did not label these. Oh, where's my one? This one's starting to change color, so it's exciting. Okay, so then over here I planted a whole bunch of squash. I think I have, oh gosh, I think I have 14 squash plants in here, or 13, something like that. Sorry, the mosquitoes are going after me. I am a little bit concerned about pollinators getting into there, but I think right now I just want them to establish themselves because there's very few with flowers, and it's okay if the flowers aren't pollinated just yet. And honestly, I have seen like wasps and whatnot get in, so maybe it'll be fine. But there's only 2 that have flowers, the rest don't, and I really just want them to get established before the squash vine borers find them. So I think eventually I will open one side, but for now, while I'm away and while I can't check on them, I wanted to keep it closed. Here's the potatoes. We haven't harvested anything from them, but there is some dying back at the very end. You can kind of see that yellowing. Could just be because they're small. But yeah, so kind of exciting. Gonna have potatoes eventually. Oh, they got all the milkweed bugs on them. That might be why they're dying, but yeah. So anyways, that is the kind of mid update for June. I will create a more formal one at the end of June, but wanted to again kind of check in, see how much has changed since May, and discover how much will be changed when we get back. So anyways, thanks for clicking on this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.